Spoiler alert, one of the gorgeous names at the end of the top 1000 for the girls is Emma Jean. And I just want to take a minute for it. I want to take a moment because it's so beautiful. And I love when I find gems that I just really connect with and I become obsessed with. So welcome back to From the Archives. I'm your host, Steph Cofield of Names with Steph. I'm a baby name consultant. And this will be a duet with me and my husband, who's outside mowing at the exact same time that I'm filming. This series, we do not edit. We don't send to my editor. This is my quick series that I can do on my own and get on YouTube in a short amount of time. And I look at a different year each time, and we look at the top 10, the most popular names from that year, and then the bottom 10, like 991 to 1,000. So we're looking at 1911, and there is something that's very similar to 1900 that's a kind of a surprise, and we're going to start with the girls list for that reason. At number 1 we have Mary, good old classic Mary. She just loved to sit at the top. She's a girl who's at the top all the time. Helen at number 2, very sweet. Then we have Margaret at number 3. I love this name. So many nicknames I would choose if I had a Margaret, baby Midge or Madge or even Daisy or Pearl. I don't know which one I would choose. There are just so many good ones. And then of course there's Maggie if you want to go classic. Dorothy is at number 4, very sweet, love that name. And then at 5 we have a 1-syllable vintage name, Ruth, very pretty. Anna's at number 6. That's kind of, I don't know, I feel like people forget about Anna. Do you forget about Anna? I don't know. At number 7 we have Elizabeth, which also has even more nickname potential than Margaret. And here we go at number 8, we have Mildred again. This is the ugly name that I talked about when I did the list from the 1900s, if you'll remember. And I think Mildred is still just underutilized because we need to say it more. So I'm going to encourage you to say it with me right now. Mildred. It's actually really pretty. Stop thinking of mildew or, something yucky. I think part of it is you get an association in your head, but you just have to live with it and you have to use it. Trust me, you meet one little cutesy girl with the name Mildred and who goes by Millie, you'll be changed, right? It just takes that. And then maybe we'll see it back. And if we don't, that's okay too. At number 9, we have Marie, more often these days as a middle name, but here it is in the top 10. And then Frances at number 10. Frances, Frances. I just love Frankie for a girl as well. So love to see this in the top 10. For boys, we're gonna just go quickly through these because frankly, they just don't change enough to be that interesting. You also get my unedited thoughts and like me not thinking before I speak. We love all names here at Names with Steph. We have John at number 1, William, then James, George, Robert, Joseph, Charles, Frank, Edward, and Thomas. I don't even know what to tell you about these. Maybe I should start looking at the names at like the 500 level and then the 1,000 level. I don't know. I'm going to consider that because I feel like I love looking at all the different years, but I'm starting to feel like I'm saying the same, especially boy names, are always in the top 10. Okay, let's move on. We're going to go down to the girls. Scrolling real time. Here we go. Okay, 991 is Emma Jean. And I guess it could be Emma Jean, but I would pronounce this Emma Jean because my dad's name is Jean, Gene, and this is like his name at the end, and we say Jean. And Emma Jean is just, and she could go by Emmy or Jeannie. Oh, I'm so in love with this name. If I still have to do that video for you guys where I share names I'd give to a hypothetical 4th baby. That is so close to being on the list because I already have Imogen on the list, but I couldn't have both. You know what I mean? And I already have a kid that starts with an E. Okay. Next we have Erie, like Lake Erie, if you're from the Midwest. Yeah, spelled E-R-I-E, Erie. I think that's stunning. And then Frida, spelled with 2 E's. Usually it's not spelled F-R-E-E-D-A. Then we have Georgette. Fantastic name. I love Georgie for a girl. I love Georgette, Etta, Eddie. This is perfection. Helga. I feel like Helga and Mildred, now they would be put in the same categories. But back then, Mildred was in the top 10. Helga's in the bottom. And Hertha. H-E-R-T-H-A, Hertha. Very interesting. Then India. Then Lorene. Not Lorraine, because I had a great aunt Lorraine, but Lorene, L-A-U-R-I-N-E. then Libby, which I love, but I would spell it with a Y. This is I-E, L-I-B-B-I-E. And then Marguerite, spelled with 2 T's at the end. For the boys at 991, we have Bobby with a Y, which I love. Love that for like a sporty, fun, playful vibe. Camille and Carol. So you know what? Names don't have a gender, as we continually find out when we go back in time. Cleon, instead of Leon, it's just like a C in front of Leon. Cornell, I love, and Cullen. Ooh, that's good. Cullen is so cute. I already love Callum and Callan. Cullen, Daryl with 1 L, Dennis with 1 S, Donovan, and Finis, F-I-N-I-S. That's a really interesting one to end on. So anyway, this was your names from 1911. Let me know if you have a favorite, and always taking suggestions for years in the comments. And also let me know if you guys think I should start doing like the middle of the top 1,000 or even 20 to 30. Maybe we just stay away from the top 10. What do you think? Let me know.